Hello. This video is intended to kind of share a little bit about the writing process as a parent. If you're working at home and really want to help make sure that your student is still expanding their written skills, it's important to understand that the writing doesn't just magically happen. It's actually a bunch of steps that are put together in order to create a quality piece of text. And so you probably remember when you were back in school, those process writing pieces, and you had to write and rough drafts and edit and all of those things. So we want to talk a little bit about how to make that happen a little bit at home. So for those younger writers, kindergarten, first grade, just getting started off, it's writing's really about hearing the sounds in words. So I think these terms invented spelling, a lot of parents want to have it all correct. And it's not really about necessarily having it correct. It's about writing down what they hear. So if you negotiate a sentence, today I ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, count out how many words. Today I ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Count out the words, draw a line for each word. Then have the students go back and really hear ooh, stretch that word out. I talk about imaginary rubber band. Today. Now, at this point in time, they might not know that's AY. That is a concept that they'll learn like late first grade into second grade. But as long as they're hearing at least an A is the way to start. I recommend using this workspace and writing space, and how that kind of looks. The student writing space is at the bottom, and then I usually just kind of draw a line. I used to do this with my own children. Just draw a line, and at the top, it's kind of that parent help space. And so if you write the sentence, on Monday, I went to the park to play with my friends. That might be the sentence. You talk about it, have the student write down each word. Then I encourage them to take ownership. I think a lot of parents want to fix every single word in the sentence, and then the writing becomes about you. We want to keep it about the kids. So I used to have my daughter write smiley faces on the words that she knew she spelled correctly, pick two. And then I asked her to kind of write a little X on the words that she thinks maybe she didn't spell correctly. And so I would praise those words. Monday, my, excellent, you got it. But then it's those words that she's already said, I don't think I did it correctly, that I'm going to work in a workspace up at the top with her to help out. So if we think of int, I have the in chunk in it. And the word, is it really went to the park or went to the park? I hear my short E instead. So the word would be went. And then I'd let my child fix it. Similar with the word with. Is the word really whiff? We know the word the. Is it fa or the? Two letters, TH makes the th sound. So, I know other words. Think, this. So the word with would be WITH. So maybe this will help you kind of writing a little bit. I think most parents feel very comfortable with sitting and reading with their kid, but writing isn't something that you've experienced. We want to kind of follow a little step process with the students so they know exactly what's expected. First, think of the sentence. Draw a picture so you know exactly. Some of those are pre-writing. Then write about the picture. Write your name and date. Keep the routine. I think this will help them understand that writing is a process. Now, for older students, we start to get into more of like a writing model. My puppy at home is attacking things if you hear him at home. I'm not sure what he's getting into, but okay. Power writing model is just kind of really understanding that the writing has to follow a process. And POWER is just an acronym, and it can build on each grade level. So if we think of power writing, the P in POWER is a pre-write. And it's just that brainstorm, get your ideas flowing. Organize is the second one, O, and Foursquare is one kind of organizer, but any kind of organizer to really kind of start getting kind of a structure of main ideas, supporting details. Of course, W is writing that rough draft, get it down on paper or onto the computer. And then we're going to go back, edit for grammar, and revise for content. So what does that look like? At school, we have writer's workshop, and students kind of write at their own pace. This student might be still doing the pre-write while this one's already onto their rough draft. Same thing can happen at home. You just kind of set the timer. Okay, we're going to do this much writing time. It's not that you're going to do every single step, POWER, all in one piece, stop and kind of work it through. So set up a fun writer's workshop at home. Get out some cool paper, some cool pens. Oh my God, my daughter, if she had a cool marker, was always willing to write more. So start with that pre-write. Really just decide on a focus. What are you writing about today? And your pre-write could be just an oral plan. Hey, I'm going to write about this, and I could do this. I could do this. It could include some research. You have access through your Clever portal at Virginia Beach to the whole online encyclopedias. Research and find information. Add to that background knowledge. Watch a video or something about it. You might even want to kind of draw it out. Topic, supporting detail 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to work into actually organizing it. This is that Foursquare organizer. It's kind of my favorite one for younger writers because it kind of reminds me of the web. I start with my topic in the center, 1, 2, 3 supporting details, and then some kind of closing. Any kind of writing organizer you want to do, you might have been familiar with outline writing when you were a kid or something, but you want to have a topic, supporting details, and a closure. At the younger grade level, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences. As we go into the upper grade levels, this is topic, opening paragraph, 3 other paragraphs, and a closing, so you're getting a nice 5-paragraph essay. So go ahead and then write out the rough draft. K1, really encourage the multiple sentences. And then 2 through 5, really encourage multiple paragraphs. How much can you get done? It's really important. Some kids really like to draft on paper. Others might really want to write it all out. And then editing is going back and looking for that stuff. Look for the capitals, look for the periods, look for the spelling, look out for run-ons. So you use a slinky and you pull the slinky as long as the sentence keeps going and keeps going, keeps going. If they have an entire paragraph and that slinky is still going, they kind of get a visual of the fact that, okay, this idea had to end, I need a period. So go back and edit, and then of course revise. And revising is really my favorite. It's really about improving the content and making sure I can add details that support the content. You said that I went out to the park. Well, what was the park like? What was happening? What was the weather? Who was with you? All of those details can be added in. But just really make sure you stay on the topic, because sometimes our details don't actually support what we're talking about. And then, of course, the last step is definitely sharing that writing. You got to have a reason to write. How are you going to publish it? Are you going to send it as an email to somebody? Send it to your teacher. Send it to me. I'll read it. Maybe send it to grandma. There are lots of online ways you can show your writing. But just keep in mind, anytime you're sharing your writing with somebody else, there's some vulnerability in that. You're putting yourself out there. So making sure that, the intent and the effort is recognized. It's not about then slamming somebody because, oh my gosh, look at all these words that aren't spelled correctly. We're going to honor the work that's there and work from our strengths and keep moving. So happy writing at home. Best of luck. Thank you for tuning in.